Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Guys, my name is Mohammed Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can set up the monitoring and alerting of our application in Kubernetes cluster. For alerting, we are going to use Prometheus, and from Prometheus, we are going to send alerts to the Slack channel. And for monitoring, I'm going to show you Grafana. So guys, if you remember in my previous videos, if you navigate to my channel Cloud Geeks, right, and let me just refresh it. So navigate to the video section here. Few days ago, I made a video regarding the Terraform EKS monitoring along with the installation.
Reinvent your hiring
So
with
you can watch this particular video where I've used the lens. So similar sort of stuff we are going to do, and we are going to use this time the Slack for sending our alerts, right? So if you want to see the detail regarding the Prometheus setup with Lens and why we need it and some of the testing for Prometheus configuration, you can watch this particular video. And we are going to use the Bitnami Prometheus. Why we are using that, all the detail I covered already in this video, right? So let's begin. What I've done, I've already spin up my case cluster. Let me show you that. So the version 1.23 is set up for this demo, and it is just a one node cluster, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply import this cluster. So I've already configured my credentials. So when you do that and import, use the AWS EKS kube config update command, what it does by default, it looks for this path, which is the home directory, and in this home .cube/config. So click this guy. Currently it is disconnected, so I'm going to click this guy, and it should be connecting with our cluster what we have set up with AWS EKS. So guys, this is our cluster. So you see the metrics are not available because we have not set up the Prometheus. So in past video, just me show you a little demo. I'm not going to cover all that stuff. So if you navigate to this namespace monitoring, so what I've done, if you navigate to the chart section, from the lens, we have installed this Prometheus, right? But this time we are going to use the Helm CLI, and I'm going to show you why we are going to use that. So what I've done, navigate to this release section, and I'm going to show you the stuff. So guys, excuse me, what I've done, I've created this repo for you guys, and in past I've set up the Argo CD and other stuff, shared the video and repo link with you guys. In that particular link, I have set up the monitoring. So guys, what we are going to do, simply you can clone this repo. Let me do the clone. So this is the public repo. You can simply clone it. So let me take a shell into my container. So my container sandbox is running. So let me show you that, I usually do work in containers to make sure everything is working fine. So this container, I'm going to do exec into this container. This is mounted on my desktop, right? And take a shell into this guy and do simply clone this. And let me show you, simply clone this guy. And it is going to be available in this directory. So currently we don't have anything in this directory. So let me clone it, because this is mounted with this particular container. That's why you are able to see this particular stuff, right? So now what we are going to do, let me show you the stuff what we need to do. First of all, let me cover the stuff, start from the here. So what we are going to do, first of all, let me show you how we can set up the Prometheus. And show you some of the commands. So guys, this is the Prometheus values.yaml. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this file first of all. So this is the Prometheus values.yaml, and we are going to use the Vietnamese Prometheus, right? And these are the configuration. I mean, we are going to use the labels for Prometheus monitoring, as we are going to deploy the Prometheus in the monitoring namespace. Currently, we don't have anything in the Prometheus namespace. So these are the basic configuration. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to update the Slack URL, right? So what you need to do, simply copy this section and create a webhook for Slack. So simply copy this guy and let me show you this part. So here you can create your application, and this is going to be very simple. You can simply connect with your Slack channel and create your application. This that particular thing is going to provide you the web hook URL, right? So guys, when you get the webhook URL, simply you need to update this. So currently just put a random string here. So I'm going to update that and apply it. So let me do that. So guys, what I have done, I have updated the actual URL. So this is a secret. That's why I'm hiding it from you guys. You need to provide your own URL to your Slack channel, right? So that is why I need to hide it, and definitely it is going to send alerts to your Slack channel. So make sure you keep this secret, right? So that's what we are going to do now. CD into this Prometheus section. Let me do the stuff exactly that. So this is the Prometheus, and this is where I've updated the URL. This is the Prometheus values.yaml, right? So guys, what I've done, and let me show you this in the readme.md as well. So what I've done, I've created a readme.md for every step what we are going to cover. So as we are going to use the helm, so what you need to do, simply copy this command, right? Helm repo add, we need to add this bitnami helm chart repo, right? I've already done that. That is why it says it is already there. So helm repo update is going to simply update all the repositories, right? And then what we are going to do, if you are using GKE, which is the Google Kubernetes engine, what you need to do, just make a note. GKE does not use core DNS, so this is why it's set to false. But we are using the EKS cluster, so I've enabled this to true, and we are going to use the Prometheus values file, which I've already shown you guys. We're going to use this version 8.3.1, and latest is, I guess, .2, 8.3.2. But simply what you need to do, simply copy this command from here and paste it here. So make sure this this file Prometheus values.yaml should be here in the same directory. So I'm going to paste this. What it does, it is going to set up the Helm chart regarding the Prometheus setup. So from the UI, I just want to show you the stuff from the UI. So let's do that and let it finish. Then we are going to the, let me show you the stuff from the UI. So in the releases section, you will be seeing the release. You see shortly it is going to be updated. So let it complete. It is deployed this version, and here you can see this version is deployed. So if you navigate to the section pods in the monitoring section, you will see all this yellow stuff turn into green. Then what we are going to do, we are going to port forward to the Prometheus and the alert manager, right? So let it finish. So till then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click this network services section. So here you see that this is the port for Prometheus, and let it finish. First of all, see everything is okay and is deployed. So let's wait for a while. I just want to show you all the steps you need to cover. For that, you need to watch the video till end to make sure everything for you works properly. And let's do that. So everything seems to be okay in a while. So it will take about this much seconds, about you see 1.5 minute approximately, or around about 1 minute. So now what we are going to do, navigate to the section network, here services. I'm going to do port forwarding to this 9090 and simply click this guy and do the port forwarding. So do port forwarding to this section. So let me do that. Um, Here you will see that we have this Prometheus running in AWS EKS cluster, right? And what you need to do, click the status, click the target section. You will see all the targets with the default setting of Prometheus are up and running. And if everything goes well, I just want to show you one more stuff. So navigate to the cluster section. You will see this section is now updated with CPU, memory, pods, and node section. You see CPU usage of single node. As I will discuss, this is the version I'm using, and this is the disk space. So you can see all the stuff here if the Prometheus is configured properly. And okay, now what we're going to do. Let me show you the section where if I navigate to the target section, so I will cover this later in the alert section, right? So let me show you this part. So guys, what we are going to do now, we are going to first of all set up our application. So if you navigate to the section cd into k8, okay. So I'm going to show you from the UI as well. So let me show you from the UI. So in the create section, you will see these two file deployments and services. So let me open this. This is the basic deployment file. So here we are using the app label Python app, right? And we are going to use this container which I've already pushed to AWS. How we can set up this application is a basic Python application which sends um, the matrix to slash matrix. In fact, it also sends matrix to port 80 as well. So with regard to that, what I've done, okay, navigate to the section 8, and yeah, this is the application I've set up, Python Matrix app. So if you want to set up this application yourself, so this is the Docker file, right? Simply what we are doing here, setting up this application, and matrix.py is the application, sample application which sends metric, right? So what I've done, I've simply built this application with these commands. You can do that and pushed to my public Docker Hub registry. So you can send it to your public registry. So this is the demo. That's why I'm showing is this is the application, Python application we are going to use. And so let's back to the create section Prometheus. What we are going to do, we are going to deploy this application, and in the services service.yaml section, you see I'm giving the name of this application web, and the basic important thing here is that it is going to port, I mean, a target port is of actually your container, your application is running. So it is sending to that particular pod, and this is the service port which is going to be exposed, right? So let's set it up, and if what I'm going to do, you simply use this command kubectl apply. All the commands I've added in the readme nv readme.md. So simply from the lens section, navigate to the default section. You will see that these Python application has been deployed, right? And it is very important to understand that it should send metrics to slash metrics. So okay, so this part is pretty much done. So let me show you by port forwarding as well. So simply click this guy and do the port forwarding to, let's say, 9096. Just want to show you that how it is going to send metrics. You see, this is sending on basic port 80, but it is mapped to 996. But if I navigate to this URL matrix, so it is also working as well. So that is what we have defined uh, in our service monitors. So okay, so what we are going to do, navigate back to the section, we are going to set up the service monitor. This is the service monitor, right? So you see, this is the name of the um, port. I have already just shown you a few moments ago with the name web and slash matrix. It is going to scrape on our application. So this is default to slash matrix. You can, if you want, if your application is sending metrics to different path, you can simply update this particular path. And the namespace, it is very important to make sure you should provide the exact namespace where your application is deployed. So guys, if you see, this is the default namespace. So you have to be very focused. This is the default namespace, and this is the labeling labels Prometheus code monitoring through which we have set up our Helm a few moments ago, right? So now, what I'm going to do, let me go back and navigate to the section K8, right? And okay, this we have already deployed it, right? So what I need to do, navigate to the service monitor section and let me do ls. So I'm going to simply apply this kubectl apply hyphen f, and let me apply this service monitor. So okay, in past I forget to remove it. So let me, re-deploy it actually. I've done the testing, so let me delete it first. So, and then we are going to create first. Let me do that again. So as I discussed, I've added commands, what you need to have regarding this. So um, let me just scroll down and as this is the I mean, that this service monitor is set up in the default namespace. But if you want to check the Prometheus service monitor, which are already shown in the UI, so let me show you again. So navigate to the section you see. These are the default with Prometheus, Bitnami Prometheus. You see the service discovery is there. So we have just again deployed the service monitor for our Python application. So this is now seems to be up. So for that to watch, you need to navigate to the target section. You see these are up. So this is the default namespace Python app going to show less, and you can see that two of the service monitor, two containers are up. So as you see, this is the default, and it is scraping our endpoint slash metrics. So regarding this, everything I've covered, and okay, so regarding the alerts, so if you navigate to alert section, right, what we are going to do, let me show you that part. So I'm going to open my Slack, and we are going to send alerts to our um, Slack channel. So navigate to the alerts channel. So I've in past I've tested this setup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to break my application But first of all, what I'm going to do, let me show you this part. So navigate to the select section, right? Target.yml. But before that, let me show you some of the stuff which I forgot to show. So navigate to the monitoring section, and also we are going to navigate to the section network, and I'm going to expose the port to this 9093. So click this guy. So this is the alert manager, right? And I'm going to simply do the port forwarding to this alert manager. So guys, this is our alert manager. When we are going to send, break our application, it is going to show the application script here, and it will show all the stuff. So one thing regarding, I need to tell you that monitoring is something, it is actually monitoring those paths, not actually your pods. For instance, let me show you this stuff, and you will see the difference, what is mean by that. So if I navigate to the default application and want to show you the stuff from the Prometheus, right, navigate to the section targets. You see two of the targets are up. But if I simply remove these pods, see what's happened. So it is not going to generate any alerts because it is going to say, let me show you, see, unknown. But how we are going to actually monitoring, it is monitoring those path of your application, not those pods. So in case if the pods are not available, you see it's not, it's say the status, is unknown. Definitely, it's gonna, those pods are going to be back because in a few while, let me refresh it. So you see it is up and back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this application, right? So let me do that. Because this is the deployment, the point I just want to make here, if you simply delete those for the status is going to be unknown for a while, and then it is going to be back. So to make sure this application is actually break, what we are going to do, we are going to generate the alerts. But before that, as I discussed, I need to apply this target.yml. Let me apply this kubectl apply -f target.yml. So this is created, and if you navigate to the section alerts, in a short while you will see that some of the stuff is going to be available in the alert section, right? So we have to wait for a while, and let me remove the other stuff, right? So refresh it and wait for a while. So, okay, and other than that, I'm going to break the application shortly to see what happened, right? So, guys, after a short while, what happened that it is actually set up those stuff regarding the target down. Um, you see, this is actually set up. There is no target down. What it does, it is going to actually see the if any target down in our Prometheus status. So if you navigate to this section, let me open this in another tab. So currently our target is up. You see, if I break this application like this way, it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply navigate to my keyed section, right? So let me navigate to the keyed section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply update the target port to a false port. Let me simply then apply. the stuff. So what it does, it has actually configured. So after a short while, we are giving the false port of our pods. So you will see shortly that instead of removing our pod, you see it is scraped the wrong path, which is 8080, which is incorrect. So that's why after a short while, this state unknown is going to be changed to down. So in fact, if you see our application is not currently down, and these are the pods which are running actually on running on port 80, right? So what happened if you navigate to the alert section? You see the color is changed, and what it does after you see 1 minute is going to send alerts to our Slack channel, right? So if I navigate to my Slack, I should be able to see shortly the stuff regarding the alerts. So previously it was green, so currently we don't have any alerts here. So shortly you will see the red status with alerts sending by Prometheus into our Slack channel. So we have to wait for a while. Till then, I'm going to also show you the stuff which we have already done regarding the um, port forwarding to the alert manager. So simply what you need to do, simply refresh it. You will see now we have Python application. It is showing that two of our instances are down. So let me navigate back to the section you see just few moments ago. It sends 50% of the Python app targets are down, and shortly it is going to definitely change to 100%. I mean, the whole idea here is that we have our application down now. It sends the alerts to our Slack channel, right? And this is how we can do that. So let me simply close, or in fact, let me just refresh it before making the false state to true. So it's now totally red. You see, it's firing, and the value has been changed from you see 50% to 66, and shortly we will see some of the more alerts. But the whole point is that we are now getting alerts in our Slack channel, right? So guys, this is how you can set up the alerting to Prometheus and set up your application to that particular path and set up the service monitors. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to also show you the Grafana side, and from Grafana we are going to also monitor our EKS cluster, right? So for that, what I've done, I've also um, set up this directory Grafana. In this, we have dashboard. So how we are actually using this dashboard. So simply what you need to do, click this URL, and this is the official Prometheus um, operator, which is actually publicly available. So from the repo. So if you scroll it down, you will see that regarding the Prometheus integration with Kubernetes, that which is going to be work, but we are not using Prometheus public Prometheus version, right? We have set up the Bitnami Prometheus, but from here, what we are going to do, simply download the Grafana YAML files, and we are going to apply that. So for that, what you need to do, I've added the commands for that. So navigate back to this section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this command, and let me do that. So let me simply navigate to the section /mnt, and here I have nothing, just this I've clone this repo. I'm going to paste this command. What it does, it is going to clone this particular release of Prometheus. So if I do ls, you see cube Prometheus. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply make one directory here. And one thing from the UI I just want to show you that in this Prometheus, we have these manifest files. So this is the directory, right? Here we have these, let me simply, all the manifests. From here, we just want Grafana. So I want to show you this section. You see, we have Grafana, everything file. We are going to use the CLI and we are going to simply copy this, copy the Grafana file. So you see, this is mounted into my /mnt from Prometheus in manifest. Directly, we have this Grafana. We are going to simply copy all the files from here with the name Grafana in the manifest directory. So if I navigate to the Grafana section, simply copy this. Sorry, it has not been copied. So let me do that and try to run it. So if I do ls here, what it does, it is actually copied all the files regarding the configuration of Grafana and dashboards, right? So we are going to apply it, but before applying it, what we need to do, in fact, I've already done that, but I just want to show you. Okay, so let me open this in the editor. What we need to do is to update the name of the Prometheus. But what I've done, I just want to show you how you need to do. So I have already added this in the section. So let me remove these directories. So what you need to do, I'm going to simply remove these guys, and you see if you navigate to the section EKS, right, and navigate to the monitoring section, right, and in Grafana we have dashboards. So if you click it and click here, I've got the same stuff which I've already shown you how to extract it from that particular repo. So if you navigate to this, sorry, if you navigate to the dashboard data source YAML, you need to update this path or actually name. This is the Prometheus Cube Prometheus. So if you navigate to the section monitoring, right, and if you navigate to this section networking, click this guy. So this is actually, if you click this guy, so Prometheus Cube Prometheus. So simply Control FP. So you see exactly the same name I have added it. So this is what you need to do. But if you simply clone my repo, you don't have to do this stuff. So what we are going to do, let me show you that part. So I've added this command. We are going to apply all this Grafana manifest. We have already set up the Bitnami Prometheus, right? So I need to navigate back to this section because I've deleted those directories. So navigate to the repo, right? And let me navigate to the /mnt, right? If I do ls, navigate to this section. And if I navigate to the monitoring section, here we got Grafana. And from Grafana, you need to navigate to the dashboards command I've already added, right? So if I do ls, as I discussed, all the stuff I've already added here. So just move one back directory, one step back to this particular directory and simply paste this command. So what it does, it is going to recursively apply all these dashboards, and I'm going to do the port forwarding to the Grafana, and I'm going to show you the cool dashboards. So regarding the configuration, as I already discussed, that everything, if the Prometheus is working fine, you will see the stuff in the lens as well, and it is going to show you all the CPU memory and monitoring stats. But I want to show you the detailed stuff in the Grafana. So what you need to do, navigate to the monitoring section, you will see Grafana is available. So what I'm going to do, simply port forward to this guy, and by default it is 3000. So Okay, let me simply click this guy and do the port forwarding to the same port, 3000. So by default, the password is admin admin, and let me simply put that. So I'm not going to set up any password here. I'm going to skip it as this is the demo. But first of all, you need to do navigate to the data sources, and I discussed this is the same name and in the monitoring namespace. So simply everything is regarding that setup. We have already done that. So let's try to see data source is now working. So navigate to the dashboard section in the home, right, and simply click the browse. In browse, we have default section. So click this one. We see all the dashboards are available. So we can see some of the stuff regarding the 5 minutes, and you will see the cool dashboards are available. And if I browse again, so there are so many dashboards, right? So you can scroll. Let's see some of the stuff regarding the Prometheus, and you see it is scraping everything. So these are the cool little dashboards with no time. I show you how we can set up the perfect Prometheus with Bitnami, and we are going to have these cool little, cool dashboards in the Grafana. So these are the default stuff, guys. You can definitely take a look into this. I mean, I can't really cover all the stuff here. So you will see some of the stuff which is not, available regarding our application setup and the cluster setup, but most of the stuff you will see is going to be available here, CPU, memory, and a lot of stuff regarding the networking. You can scroll it down and see. So do that for some of the stuff you will see, as I discussed, is going to be available for you guys. Most of the stuff is going to be available. So scroll it down and see. So you can navigate to this section, scroll it down, okay, and discard this, scroll it down. So all the dashboards you will see are going to be available for you guys. And if I see the Grafana overview and see latency graph is there, and navigate to the alert manager. So you see also scroll some of the stuff. Okay, pick namespaces. So guys, this is pretty much what you need to have. I mean, with almost zero configuration, you can see all the stuff, packets coming, networking, and errors. You can see everything by setting up all this, and also you can have a one eye look of your cluster, CPU, memory, pod, node, disk usage. You can see how much disk has been used, and workload section, and you see usage capacity, and everything is there regarding the monitoring. And definitely regard to the alerting, I've covered the stuff what you need to do. So I think that is pretty much it. And if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. And before leaving, I just wanna show you the stuff. Let's say I just wanna go back and make sure that our application is back. So if I navigate to this section, alerts, and okay, so simply just refresh it, and from here I want to see the targets. Targets are down. I just want to say that okay, the final request failing. You see some of the stuff is already shown here. So okay, just focus on this part regarding the slash mnt and AWS. And if I navigate to the monitoring section, right? And here we have Prometheus, and in Prometheus we have create section. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just say give the true value of our odds where our application is actually running. So kubectl apply have run after this file. So it is now configured. Shortly, you will see those targets which are down are going to be available because we have provided the right path. You see, this is up and it is not breaking. So let me simply do that. And you will see in the alert section shortly that you will get an alert regarding the application that is going to be available, and this red is going to be turned into green. So let's do that and wait for a while. So from here you will see that shortly those stuff regarding the alerts is going to be gone. So but we have to wait for a while because by default as we set up the 1 minute alarm. So if I navigate to this section, so you see now it is showing that one target is down, and from here you will shortly see an alert in the Slack channel as well that our targets are going to be back. So we have to wait for a while. So you see both targets are now up. So we have to wait. Okay, refresh. Okay, navigate to this section. So you see 50% value because one of the target is still down, but it is going to scrape it or after 1 minute. So that's why we have to wait for a while. Okay, this is firing one and navigate to the firing. Okay, this is giving this section Grafana is failing. So navigate to the alert section. So that's why we don't have any alert. Okay, guys, when your all targets are up, you will see this sort of value that your 50% of the targets are down turned into green. So that is it I want to show you guys because I have one instance and that is pretty much small. That's why most of the stuff which we have set up is actually going to break because of the low memory and CPU usage. That is it, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. And have a nice day. Thank you very much.